All right, guys, how we doing? So this may be my last video of the day. This may not, but I told you guys here in the last video I did here a moment ago on the responding to the Sonia Curry and Dale Curry comments that I'm going to do this video about Michelle Avon, okay, and Michael Turner. Now, Michelle Avon, that she was a very prominent woman, a woman that's a force of nature. She was the CEO of Bank of America, and she also has some other accomplishments that she's done. Well-educated woman that was found dead in her home. Okay, this happened in Rialto, California. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's around LA or around San Francisco, but it's around one of the two cities. Okay, I've heard of Rialto, California before, but I just can't make out where it's at, and I'm not really going to get too much into that. But actually, this happened August 3rd, and I sat on this story or whatever because, you know, other obligations or other posts that I might have done that I felt that was more important, or just other obligations, just, you know, all in all, with work or family or whatever. But with this update, then I thought I'd go on and put it out. But anyway, again, she had done a lot for Bank of America. Okay, although I think that all in all, Bank of America has been criticized for some sketchy things that they've done. But she's done a lot for the company. And I've gotten some bits and pieces of that from some other channels. It's either like I think Trey King show, the Dawson and Denise show. Shout out to those brothers. That Michael Turner, he was 52 years old, and he was a co-worker. Now, he was a co-worker when I first heard of the story, and I'm glad I sat on this, because come to find out that Miss Avon was dating this man. Okay, I don't know all of what happened, like factually, but I do know she was found dead in her home, okay, by her son. Again, August 3rd. She was found with trauma to her head, okay, probably from a blow. Okay, and I have to get that later. Now that made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, trauma to her head from a blow. And let me see here. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, Michael Turner was the last person that she saw. So Michael Turner at the time was a person of interest. I guess now the Rialto Police Department feel as though they have enough evidence to arrest this guy, okay, and I think that he's going through the preliminaries right now. And can you believe that he's only looking at 5 years in prison? Okay,
you've got mail.
5 years in prison, and I just don't think that's enough for the type of the murder, the way that it happened, the gruesomeness of it. Okay, so he's 52, so he'll be out, and he'll still be in his late 50s. Okay, so he can get out and go on about his normal life. Okay, I mean, what I just found just very disturbing. I believe that somebody did not like her. Okay, but it was probably other things that led to, probably escalated to this point here. Now, I had data, okay, from articles that I read about this woman, that she was, you know, heavily into, you know, things like into the female community. She did want to help out other females get promoted, maybe doing classes and affirmative action and stuff like that. And she did support the LGBT community. I think that she did help some of her colleagues from the articles that I read, okay? And that was that's a good thing. That is a good thing to see women especially women that look like me, you know, excel and all that. Okay, that's a good thing. However, okay, maybe my synopsis of this being that he was also a co-worker, maybe it had me thinking, maybe did he get passed over for a promotion, or maybe something that led to this incident. Maybe could have been a combination of that, and she maybe didn't want to be bothered with this man anymore. Well, that's part of being the modern woman. It is what it is. And I never really thought that was really good to mix business and pleasure anyway. All right. Now you see how this thing it came out like what, 3-4 weeks later, that they were actually dating, because I said before that they were co-workers. Okay. So this must have leaked out at a certain point, or maybe it must have been one of the things that was kept, you know, kind of like under the table. All right. Until this had occurred. So it had to be somebody that knew her very well that was questioned for this information to come out. I'm thinking for it to be a blow to the head. Okay, so obviously that he may have wanted to kill her. Okay, because if a gunshot went off and this woman was in a very high class security type of high security type of neighborhood, somebody would have heard it. So I'm just thinking, number one, that he wanted to kill her. Number two, for her to have a blow to the head where he hit this woman so hard that she died, or maybe he beat her to death or whatever. It had to have been something very, very personal. Okay, very personal. Again, it could have been a combination of things. Okay, maybe him getting passed over for promotion. Okay, that was one of the theories. Okay, just because you work with somebody, that does not necessarily mean you got the hookup, all right, with somebody that's hired you to get promoted. Okay, it doesn't always work out that way. All right, it's, you know, dealing with the corporate world, and that's why I've told many men, especially brothers, to get out of the corporate world, okay? And some of these guys are so prominent, okay? For example, like Stephen A. Smith, that he probably could get his own show or his own maybe network, okay? Maybe a small network, but it's his. All right, and I'm just using that man for an example. All right, because in the end of the day, the man is at the bottom. Well, particularly people that look like me, they got the LGBT over us. Okay, but Michelle Avon, I don't want to take anything away from her. She was a very, very accomplished woman, very, very pretty woman. She had children and grandchildren. Okay, that spoke out on the matter and helped bring this man to justice. But I do think the sentencing needs to be probably relooked at, reconsidered, or whatever. Considered the terms and all that, okay, or the conditions in which she was killed, okay, by this man. That's a very bad, really bad thing that happened to this woman. And my regrets go out to her family, her mother, probably her parents. All I can say is just rest in peace, and maybe the Most High can give Miss Avon a better place. 48 years old, you know. I mean, she was still had youth on her side. But let me know what you think there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, leave your comments, subscribe, share, check out some of the other videos, likes or whatever, okay? And tell other people about this video. Thanks for listening.